a new EP from Bounty Killer and Cham, Time Bomb. And I'm very, very excited to say that the man himself, Cham, he's up in the building right now. Cham, what's going on, bro?
I'm here, bro.
You good?
Father. You know the time, you know.
Wow. So how you finding in the UK in your latest trip, bro? How you finding this so far?
The vibe is good, bro. Doing a lot of work. A lot of rain outside, but it's all good. You know what I mean? Doing a lot of work, though. Getting it there, and we landed there and started doing street work and radio and media work. And as soon as we got here, the record with Idris went #1 on the iTunes songs chart. So that alone tells us that we are doing something right. You know what I mean? And that's not even a single as yet. The single is Time Bomb, and the single before was Slow Motion. You know what I mean? So we understood why Time Bomb went to #1. That was the song that we've been pushing, so we knew why that went to #1 2 weeks ago. But for Badman Thing featuring Idris Elba to be at #1 right now on the iTunes song chart, we know that it's because we're in the UK and the UK feeling it. So we're here, we're working non-stop.
Because that's a big move to travel all the way to another country just to promote an EP. You don't see that very often, bro.
Yeah, all right. Not even that. A lot of people thought we were going to be here for concerts. Everybody keeps saying, "Where's the concert?" There's no concert. Well.
When I saw the videos, I was
There's
like,
no concert. We directly wanted to come to you guys and just, you know what I mean, pass through all of the little every stop. We're not overlooking no one. You know what I mean? It's sad that Killer couldn't be here tonight. He got up today and he rushed out to get to the 5 interviews that we had earlier, and he didn't eat. And he came down with a migraine, and I'm just gonna lock off. So I'm here, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Yeah, but it's all good. We're out here, we're grinding non-stop. And we know that when it's time to come back for the concerts, it will be fire.
So what made you want to come to the UK first?
This is the Mecca. If you notice, Bob Marley had to come here. Bob Marley had to come here to unleash onto the world what he had in store for them from Jamaica. So if you think about it, the UK is really the gateway to the international market for Jamaican music from birth. This is the gateway. All our foreparents were been here, working, real roads, whatever it may be. You know what I mean? And that's how our music got so big here. If you think about it, at one point of his career, Gregory Isaac was bigger than Michael Jackson here. He was on #1 on the British charts for almost 3 months. You know what I mean? That's no fluke. That's no coincidence. It's a reason why he was there at #1 for 3 months. You know what I mean? So UK is the Mecca for our music outside of...
Why did he come and move here then?
Bro, I wish I could take the cold like you guys. You know what I mean? I'd have to spend 2 days out of the week and back to Jamaica. Probably give me 3 more years. We can have our own layer. We can go up and just gas up and run in and run out. You know what I mean?
So how you finding this trip? I see you at some parties last night.
Yeah, no, the trip's been good. The trip's been really, really good. We've been doing a lot of work. You know what I mean? Sometimes you look at the itinerary before you leave Jamaica and you don't realize how much work it is until you get here. Until you're actually doing the work and realize, first of all, what normally would be a 10-minute interview now becomes 45 minutes because a lot of people haven't seen Killer for so long. It's 15 years, you know what I mean? So even though we're talking about the EP, they are also talking about his whole 15 years of career that they haven't seen him for. But it's all good, you know what I mean? We know why we're here. When we come back here to do the concerts, it will be fire, and we're going to keep something for you guys also. A surprise for you guys. You'll get what you need to get in due time. We'll do a surprise for you guys to show you how much we appreciate it. And no one has never done that before. You know what I mean? We're going to have
free entry.
Free entry for all of you guys, you know what I mean? And this time it's basically for press and media, like radio disc jocks like yourself, us just doing something nice and letting y'all know we appreciate it, you know what I mean? And this will go down before we leave here.
Yeah. We appreciate you being here, man. We appreciate the love.
Give thanks, brother. It's been good, you know what I mean? It's been good. It's been a minute, and I'm happy for my brother. He hasn't been over here for a while, so you know the reception for him and just people just bombarding, and you know what I mean? And you can see that sometimes he's tired, but at the same time he understands that a lot of people haven't seen him for so long. You know what I mean? Yeah, so it's all good. It's nothing but fun, bro.
Because Killer hasn't been back here for 15 years.
15 years, bro. I don't know how he did it, but for you to take away 80% of someone's income, just picture someone took away 80 to 90% of your income. You know what I mean? For 15 years. Like a lot of people couldn't hold that. A lot of people, mentally, they couldn't manage that. And he has done it, and now he's ready for the road. I can't wait. Like, you know, now we're doing all the press and the media and the papers and whatever. But you kind of can't wait for the next stage, where the real fun comes, where the band comes in and your lighting guys and the engineers, and we get to just start performing every night, you know what I mean? And that's going to be the real fun part. And we have something in store for the fans that they have never seen before. If you are thinking you're going to get the same Bounty Killer from 15 years ago or 10 years ago, the show this time around for Time Bomb concert, Bounty Killer Baby Sham, is something different. Different.
So you're here to promote the EP, Time Bomb.
Yeah.
Just you and Bounty Killer collaborating on the EP. What made you decide to link up on this project?
It was Dave Kelly's idea. So Dave Kelly is the producer. It has always been his dream to do an album with myself and Bounty Killer. And we went to the Bahamas for a month just to get away from all the noise in Jamaica. And just to get us focused, because sometimes we in Jamaica get distracted easy. By the time you leave studio, somebody tell you there's a party going on. You're in the party till 7 a.m. and you have studio the next morning again. You oversleep or whatever. Dave wanted us to take us away from Jamaica so we could be focused on the music and the work that needs to be done. So went to the Bahamas for a month, record a lot of tracks, a few tracks, well over 8 tracks. Then went back to Jamaica and finished the project. But at the end of the project, we had a strategic meeting where Dave said he wanted to change it from an album to an EP. And his thought process was people don't absorb music like that, or they used to before. So for instance, if we should give you an album with 14 tracks, are we going to be able to perform all 14 tracks in our set for a concert? No. So if we give you 7 tracks, an intro plus 6 brand new songs, I'm sure easily that's going to be in our set. There's no song that we're going to leave out of the set. And if you watch, we uploaded it the other day, like 2 weeks ago, we uploaded the EP launch party that we did in Jamaica. And it's not just a listening party. It was we performing live.
Yeah, I saw the video.
For every single radio disc jockey, every single selector was there. You know what I mean? Every single person from the media, the press, and we perform every song live from the EP, plus the intro. Plus we did like 3 classic rhythms. Showtime, Broke Out, Bug, just to give them a little spice, you know what I mean? Yeah, and that's how you know that we're really about what we are doing right now, and it's the right decision to do an EP instead of an album, because if you look on the iTunes, when they wrote up about it last week, that the album hit Bob Marley off the chart, they didn't say the EP, they said the album. It's not on an EP chart, it's on an album chart. So we are winning anyway, you take it, you know what I mean? And I'm glad we did it that way, because I personally believe in, if we give you a body of work, I want to be able to perform every song on this project whenever we come to a concert.
So did you record the whole thing when you're in Bahamas?
No, we recorded probably half of the project. So we have like probably 8 to 9 tracks that didn't make this cut. That will come on a different set of work that myself and Bounty Killer and Dave Kelly will be doing. So we record half of it in the Bahamas and we finished everything else in Jamaica.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw the video, man. It's a great concept. You guys just out there building a new studio. Like, that must have been a complete vibe, bro.
Yeah, so we basically took a cinematographer team with us, and we kind of documented the whole thing. And that's from that now we made the documentary, My Brother's Keeper. And a lot of people never ever heard Dave Kelly speaking, much less see him, you know what I mean? And for people to kind of hear him, the thought process of how he goes about recording us, how he studies us individually, because as a producer, you have 2 great artists, you have to know how to record each of them individually, because just like if you have kids, 7 different brothers, 7 different minds, you can't treat each of them the same way, you know what I mean? Like, he would give me a specific time and say, okay, can we do this in the morning? For Rodney, him knows, okay, Rodney is a man that doesn't really sleep a lot. He's going to give him probably an afternoon session, you know what I mean? So it's like you have to know each individual. And for us now as artists, when we are in the studio, we're like students today. whatever the producer wants, that's what he gets in the studio. If you want me to sing the same line 50 times, I'm not gonna, because my name is Baby Shaman. You feel like you sell how much millions of records now, you feel like, no, I don't know. In the studio, you the boss, you the producer. Just like if you're on any football team, no matter how much thousands of pounds you get in weekly, the gaffer is the boss. If he tells you, I don't want you to run to the flank, I want you to dart to the box, you dart to the box. You know what I mean? So that's the same thing musically, and a lot of these young kids need to kind of absorb some of that, you know what I mean? Because you hear some stories that artists think that because they have a number one record or a record that's doing well numbers-wise, you know what I mean? A producer can't even tell them, yo, give me back that line, or I don't think you're saying this in the right tone, or, you know what I mean? You have to remember it's all about the music and the work that needs to be done. That's our creative juices flow. We stick to the philosophy of using the studio to have fun, nothing else.
And you've been working with Dave Kelly for a very long time now.
For my whole life, bro. Ever since I graduated from Calabar High School at 15 years old, my first song was The Mass. Fire burn for them on the mouth, they will not stop run, pedophile joke. And then Girl From Your Band came right after. You know what I mean? Girl From Your Band. Then many. So my whole life. We have done other songs for other producers like Wine or Turn Up. You know what I mean? This Is Why I'm Hot for different producers. But Dave has always been the one in my corner. You know what I mean?
And you're the one, am I right in thinking that you're the one who first linked him up with Killer?
Yeah. So Killer been my friend. First thing, Killer was the one that basically kind of showed me certain things as a youth. So we met doing dub plates. There was this sound called Amplex, owned by Triton Music. He does production now. And they wanted a dub plate of mine that was really mashing up my community. So they came to my community to clash Spragga Benz sound. La Benz. So Spragga Benz had a sound at the time by the name of La Benz. There's this song that I did that was terrorizing the community. They had a clash, and the song that I did, no one knew my name. Like, they didn't know my name. Just my community knew my name. Yeah? And the song killed him in the dance. Yeah. So if you hear a song that kill you in a clash, you're going to want to find out, who is this little kid? Where is he from? So they came and sought me out. We sat and talked for a minute, said that he wanted to do a dub with Bounty Killer. And to me, that was like the greatest thing. Like, I'm going to do a dub with Bounty Killer. You know what I mean? I didn't even believe him at the time. And we were turning up at the studio. We took the bus to the studio. Killer pulled up like probably 25 minutes after, came out. You know, as kids, still in high school, they kind of starstruck like, Bombard Killer. And we went in, we do the song together. After the studio session, he turned to me and said, yo, you're good, you know. Sometimes you should come by Jammies. That's where he hang out, in Jammies studio. You should come by Jammies and become my uncle already at a studio and a sound system over by Waterhouse, which is like 5 minutes away from Jammies walking wise. I used to just go there, went by the studio, and just the way he used to treat me at the time, made sure I got in. Because at that time, you couldn't get into studios in Jamaica like that, like especially Jammies. You can't get through the gate. Killer was the one that said, yo, let him in, make him come in. Whenever he comes, let him in, as long as it's my session going on. And I kind of just sat there. He wasn't asking the producers there to record me or nothing. So it wasn't like a favor thing. I was just there just learning, just watching him doing dub plays, watching him recording in sessions, watching where he would take breaths, watching how he'd emphasize on certain words, and just kind of building my thing, you know what I mean? Kind of mastering my craft silently. Then I went on, met Dave Kelly, and then from there now, started making music with Dave now, and things started flying. I was like, Dave, you need to work with Bounty Killer. At the time, Dave was already working with Beanie Man a lot, because I think they had Slam, give me the girl with the wickedest slam, and like Old Dog Like Way. Those songs were blazing up the place. So you know you had a rift between Beanie and Bounty at the time. So Dave was saying, I don't know it's going to work if Killer is going to want to come, but at the time Killer was excited also, because growing up, his DJ was Buju Banton. And Buju Banton, Dave Kelly is who brought Buju Banton to the forefront. So like myself, if we love Buju, we love Terror, you're going to want to work with a producer that brought all these top-notch DJs to the forefront. Called Killer, came over, and ever since then, 1997, the first song was Workless Boy. Boom. Straight into the camp, never left. Yeah.
So fast forward to 1999 then. You and Killer link up on another level.
Another Level, bro. Another Level was really written for Shabba Ranks. Shabba Ranks was the one that Another Level, if you listen to it good, and now you know the real history. Shabba Ranks are kill them with originality, Boss are shotty for the respect and love the quality, That's the type of, the word play, the choice of words. That wasn't me and Killer style. But because we are good at what we do, so we can deliver it, you know what I mean? So it was officially written for Shabba by myself and Bounty Killer and some politics, and Shabba didn't want to come to the studio at the time. He flew into Jamaica, but because of some politics, he didn't want to come to the studio. We were like, you know what?
I thought that was just a modern day thing.
Yeah, so you know what? Let us do it together, you know what I mean? And we did it together, boom, straight to number one of our biggest records up to date. That's why I believe that I'm here because I'm supposed to be here. Nothing just happens, you know what I mean? I'm right here, right now, you're right there, right now, because you're supposed to be right here, right now. Shabba Ranks wasn't supposed to do that song. That song was ordained, was made for me and Bounty Killer. You know what I mean?
Bounty Killer had already had a hit on that rhythm, hadn't he?
Yeah, Look Into My Eyes. Yeah. Myself and Bounty Killer already had big songs. I had... Me have to rate every youth to hold the faith, cause we have to make Jamaica feel proud. And Killer had Look Into My Eyes, tell me what you see. So Dave kind of flipped it and did like a clone. So it's not the same beat, but it had elements from the bug. Yeah.
And how did you feel going into that collab, you know, linking up with Killer for the first time on a record?
No, it felt natural because we're already like tight, super close friends. Because we were close before I got my break in the business. Much as when he saw that I was blowing up, we are more close now. We're on the road every night. We were already performing like we had collabs because it's rhythm juggling. It's not like that man is on the rhythm, no one else is on the rhythm. Showtime rhythm, we're on it together. Haunted rhythm, Walkless Boy, I had many. Showtime, I had Galang Ya Girl, Fascinator Like We, Slurp, he had Eagle and the Ark. Broke Out, I had Uno No Sabi Shama Wafi Tell You No, Boom, Give Them the Dance. Killer had Well I Can't Believe a Hoe. You understand? And he also had, I think it was Anytime, Hungry Again. So every night we would be in the streets of Jamaica performing free, just patrolling the streets. And we'd be swinging the mic. So we already were doing songs like it was a collaboration. You know what I mean? And we're doing the most dub plates together. So when Dave said he wanted us to do it together, which the fans were the ones that were asking for it, it felt natural to us. The chemistry didn't feel like it wasn't right in the studio. We had to force it. We were already doing this every day. We were doing dub plates together every day. This was just the first professional solo song, that combination that we were putting up. But we were already doing combos together. Can't hold it back. Bounty Killer Baby Cham with a brand new track.
Let's go back to 1999 then.
Westside Radio. Keep the fingers up. Keep them out. Hard work to keep the success. Boy, have some boy to put in.
Special guest Cham up in the building. Let's take it back to the 90s.
Wow, we ready.
Chris Satta.
Wow. Cham, you started. Take them to school. Let's go. I know some of them feel like I'm in started. Bounty Killer giving you originality. Boss a shot if you respect and love the quality. Listen good and pay attention to my clarity. All of the girls them say them love my personality. Me go offering and me love my nationality. Me love the money but me not bout for vanity. Me see the fussy them a come with animosity. Pressure me but me not let go me sanity. Gonna call you up and put on me suffragati.
Yo, this feels like it was released last week, not 24 years ago. And this was released 24 years ago, bro.
So fast forward to now, you decided to link up again. How do you feel like the response has been so far to the EP?
Yeah, it's been crazy. It's been right. A lot of people say dancehall don't sell, reggae don't sell. But for you to move Bob Marley from number one on the iTunes chart, that's Bob Marley's home. That's his address. Even if we did it for a minute, I would be satisfied. Just for 1 minute, you know what I mean? And we did that for almost a week. he removed us. Then we did it again last week. So the more we promote, the more the fans get into it and support it. So we see that the fans are supporting this project. I would assume that it's because the work is right, and it's because they realize that two great artists come together and trying to really make a dent within the genre and within the music industry for the culture, you know what I mean? So I think the fans are really supporting it a lot, and for me, it's one of our best work, because on this project, I've done albums, top albums. Wow, The Story probably is one of the best dancehall albums ever. That's my first album with all those hit tracks on it. Another Level, Get a Pledge, you name it. All like probably half of my catalog, my hits are on my first album. Hands Off My Property, you name it. Babylon Boy, Man and Man. So we have done albums that you have tracks that you would say, it's just a filler track. On this EP, there's no filler track. Every song is a single. And that's how we're treating it. Every song is going to get its own video. Every song is going to get its own vibe. And even if you listen to it, I'm not being biased towards the project, but when you listen to it, there's no filler tracks on the album. You know what I mean? No filler tracks. And that's why I feel like it's probably one of our greatest works as a body of work that put together. You know what I mean?
And you've had so many hits over the years that still get played, you know, in the dance floor every week.
Bro, I think
you're used to this, man.
Yeah, I think Bounty Killer doesn't have to make a next song for the rest of his life and could tour for the rest of his life. All they had to do was give him visas. Myself, for sure, don't need to make a next song for the rest of my life. I can give you 90 minutes worth of hits, non-stop, and crossover hits also. You know what I mean? And I'm grateful and blessed to can say that and can do it. You know what I mean? Because Father God has blessed us. But for us, it's all about the music, and we love the music. So when you love the music, it's like you want to give it everything, every time. Like we were doing an interview earlier, and the interviewer said he doesn't understand. He saw us like just promoting, or we were on some concert, the last concert we did in Jamaica, the Slow Motion Foam Party with myself, Bounty Killer, and Dexter Daps. And he said we were performing like we were new artists, you know what I mean? Yeah.
That's how it feels. It feels like you're fresh, you know what I mean? Fresh.
Like we were new artists. And even if you go online and you watch the EP launch concert on my page or Killer page, Time Bomb EP launch, if you watch it, no one does that. Like when you watch a launch, people just come and play some songs and say, hey, what up? We were performing and not cutting the songs either. Doing every song from the start to the end, you know what I mean? And when you see that, you realize that, no, them must love the music to do that, you know what I mean? Because it's surely not for the money. We're both okay, you know what I mean? Natural.
Let's get into another one from the EP. Yeah. This one alongside Dexter.
Letters on the bed. Baby, give me love and make me nearly lose my head. I love it when my baby riding like a thoroughbred. Slow it down and bubble like
slow motion.
Baby, your loving gives me fever. Your mama feel like, oh, would I love you, would I love you, would I love you, would I love you, would I love you all night.
Slow motion.
Baby, your love is like tequila, intoxicating. I wanna love you, wanna love you, wanna love you, wanna love you, wanna love you all night.
We went for dinner on a walk. About your spliff and we all love it talk. When we go, you know the bedroom of it. We start before we part. Me back and shoulder full of finger mark.
Ay, ay, ay.
Jungle light has set the mood. Me nah lie, me could wait until me nude. We slow it down and we got very, very rude. It better when it lewd. So let me express my gratitude. Sing my Dexter.
Baby, your loving gives me fever. Your mama feel like, oh, would I love you, would I love you, would I love you, would I love you, would I love you all night.
Slow motion.
And the video for this is crazy. Crazy.
Crazy.
I haven't seen anything like that in a while, bro. Who came up with that idea?
So the idea was really Monique Blake's idea. So she came up with the concept of doing the mini movie. I don't know if you have seen the mini movie.
Yeah, I've seen it, man.
And we invited Jada Kingdom. There was a disc jockey in it, Lava, who is a dancehall disc jockey. You know what I mean? I wanted it to have that authentic feel of when you're planning a party in Jamaica. It's not just about myself, Killer, you know what I mean? Disc jockeys involved and selectors, and we wanted to do an all-white party where man and woman kind of locked together again, because we noticed in the parties, the songs weren't, you don't have songs like that anymore, you know what I mean, that make female and male want to lock up together. You know, like when we were growing up, you had songs like Girls Flicks, Time to Have Sex, you know what I mean? And you when that song starts, you'd want to directly go for your favorite girl in that party just to have that dance and then you give her a space again. You know what I mean? And that's what we wanted to achieve with this song. Yeah,
Crazy.
that's what we wanted to achieve with the video. People seeing us directly locked, man and woman locked again in parties, and we think we executed it well.
Yeah, man, you definitely did. So it's the Dancehall Show, Westside Radio, Chris Satta in a bit.